What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. How do you prevent muscle loss during a cutting phase? This is something that, well, people have trouble with. People lose a lot of muscle, and I think they just don't know how to do it right. Now, there are cases to be made for losing weight fast. There's something called a protein-sparing modified fast, a PSMF, where a lot of people, a lot of coaches now, if their client, let's say, is doing a reverse cut or a lean gain phase, and they start to get a little sloppy, they'll do like 2 or 3 weeks of a protein sparing modified fast to cut the weight quick. What that does, it gives you enough protein, and with resistance training, you'll maintain a lot of the muscle during that fat loss period where you're kind of keeping your bulk in check. But I'm going to talk about you want to lose weight, you want to diet down, whether you're doing a show, whether you're getting ready for the beach, or whether you just want to look your best. I think that we all need to kind of understand how to do it correctly. And I'm going to go over my anecdote over how to do it, and also some rules that you can follow that'll help you keep all of your muscle, or at least a lot of it. Now, you're inevitably going to lose a little bit of muscle when getting really lean. It's just going to happen. Now, the goal is to lose as little bit as possible. You want to keep the losses to a minimum. This will do that in some cases. For some people with great genetics, or maybe they're more beginners, you can actually gain lean mass while losing fat. It's very improbable to do. It's not the best way to gain lean mass. It's actually a horrible way to gain lean mass, but it can and has happened. So number one, I like to lose fat slower. I don't like to do crash diets. I know a lot of people now are like the Minnesota study, this, that, and the third, whatever. What I like to do is I like to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, and that's still pretty accelerated. Think about that. That's up to 8 pounds a month. In 2 months, that's 16 pounds. Okay, in 6 months, that's 48 pounds. So if you're getting ready for a show and you need to lose 30 pounds, you can factor in 1 to 2 pounds a week, add a little bit of extra time, and that's how much time you need to diet. Now, while dieting, I like dieting slowly, losing fat a little slower, gradual caloric decreases, and that's how you lose consistently 1 to 2 pounds. So let's say you're on 2,000 calories, you're losing 2 pounds a week, right? And then you plateau for a week or two, and then you drop down to 1,800 calories, you lose weight for 3 or 4 weeks, you hit a plateau, boom, you cut it down to 1,650 calories, and so on and so forth. How you adjust your macros, here's what I'm going to give you on that. Number one is you want to make sure your protein is adequate and your fat is adequate. Protein is what's going to help you keep the muscle, right? It's the most important thing, in my opinion, if you're looking at macronutrients, sort of. Fat is very important because it helps keep your hormones running, helps keep your hair healthy. You need it. So there are 2 essential macronutrients. There's essential fatty acids, there's essential amino acids. There's no such thing as an essential carbohydrate, although I will argue that fiber is very necessary for overall health and wellness. So if you need to, you can supplement fiber. If your carbs get really low, your fiber in turn gets really low. A tablespoon of Metamucil before bed is fine. Maybe add in some green veggies like broccoli, like spinach. Very low calorie, very low carb. I don't even count them on my programs. So to be honest with you, fiber shouldn't be an issue no matter what. If you're getting in those green veggies, worst case scenario, supplement with a tablespoon of Metamucil at night. You're good to go. Psyllium husk is just fine. So you want to keep your protein at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Fat, I don't like to see dip below 0.3 grams per pound of body weight. I like to see it ideally as 0.5. So how do you decrease calories? Carbs. You start your carbs as high as possible. You start your cardio as low as possible. So as you hit those stick points, as carbs get lower, as protein and fat are down to those levels where it's 1 gram and 0.3 grams, you decrease the carbs and you increase the cardio concurrently. So those are things you want to do. Me, I'm more of a decreased carbs kind of guy. I don't like to take cardio above 45 minutes for my clients. Generally 30 minutes is where I keep them at, even getting into contest prep. I tell my clients to be active, park further away from the store, maybe go walk around the block. I also don't encourage my clients to sit on a treadmill and slave away. If they can, I want them to go outside, go on a walk, go on a hike, get some vitamin D, some sunlight, play with your kids. You know, you don't have to stress. Cardio should be stress relieving. Cardio should be recreational. Cardio should de-stress you, not add more stress. So you have your protein high, right? And then you lose fat slowly. You have your fat adequate. Another thing is you want to get enough sleep. Now, it has been shown, recent data actually, that I think they compared 5 hours of sleep to 7 hours of sleep, or 7.5 hours. Quote me if I'm wrong, fact check me, comment down below. So the people who slept less were more likely to gain fat and less likely to gain muscle. Made it harder to lose fat. So you need sleep. How much? I'm going to just blanket as saying 6 to 9 hours. That's the sweet spot. Some need 9. My wife needs 9 or more. I need about 6. I got 6 last night. Wasn't optimal. I'd prefer 7, but hey, life happens. Okay, so you got that. Another thing is hydrate. When controlling your appetite, you want to make sure that you have adequate hydration. It helps control your appetite. Also, if you don't drink enough water, your performance falters, your training will suck, and if you really don't drink enough water, you die. There are supplements you could add in. MTS Nutrition Pure Creatine. I'm saying creatine, but I'm saying my brand. By the way, if you go to tigerfitness.com now through the end of the week, use code CARDIO, CARDIO, code CARDIO, 10% off the entire site. Please support us. Support brands that don't hate you. Go to tigerfitness.com now. Use code CARDIO to get 10% off everything from MTS Whey to outright bars to creatine to another thing. I love branched chain amino acids. The study that I funded back in 2009 found that the amino acid group, same diet program, same training program, same everything. The only difference was what they drank intra-workout. You had a branched chain group, a whey group, and a Gatorade group. So they were all, calories were equal. They were equalized for what they were taking. The Gatorade group gained 1 pound of lean mass, lost 0 pounds of fat. The whey protein group gained 4 pounds of lean mass, lost 2 pounds of fat. The branched chain group gained 9 pounds of lean mass, lost 4 pounds of fat. How do I know this study's legit? I'm the one who put it on. So if you don't trust me, you're not going to trust that study. But it was done by 2 groups, the Weider Research Group and the College of Charleston, in a collaborative study. So that's what I go by. So I have a product called Machine Fuel. Again, there's other branched chains at Tiger Fitness as well. 10% off with that code I just gave you. Make sure you're healthy. You know, I always say you want to prime your body. So if you're not healthy from the inside, you're not going to be healthy on the outside. There's another something called Ambrosia Nectar. Again, 10% off, coupon code cardio at tigerfitness.com. Ambrosia Nectar is the ultimate overall and organ health supplement ever created. Take a scoop of that a day. If you're not healthy, I call it a primer. If your body's not healthy, it's not going to function well. It's not going to maintain muscle. It's not going to lose fat. Make sure to take that. Nectar is the ultimate primer. Think about it. You go to paint a wall, just put it over the paint that's on there. It's not going to work. You have to put a primer coat. I look at Nectar as the primer. Anyway, guys, sleep, hydration, protein, fat, slower fat loss. Those are some tips. What do you think? Comment down below. Be sure to shop at tigerfitness.com. Support us. And of course, because this algorithm hates me, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell, and first and foremost, I don't care if you do any of that, shop at tigerfitness.com. Support us. Support companies don't hate you. Support companies that love you. That's us. We love you, and that's not a game. Everybody here knows about the benefits of probiotics and digestive enzymes for gut health, for immunity. So I wanted something that I could eat after a meal. I always like something sweet after I eat, kind of like a dessert, but we don't want the calories. So what if we could create a calorie-free, naturally sweetened wafer that's delicious, that's chocolatey, that I can eat after a meal, I can eat anytime, that satisfies my sweet tooth, but also delivers the probiotics and digestive enzymes. So we have Machine Uptake. Machine Uptake, check this out, is a delicious chocolate wafer. That is so good. Calorie-free. What I do is after meals, especially those containing lactose, maybe whey protein, something that your body might not agree with, maybe you're a little lactose intolerant, maybe a little dairy intolerant, Machine Uptake is perfect for you. Get a bottle, try it, you'll love it. It'll become your probiotic of choice, and it's absolutely delicious.